Wait, is that an iPod? In 2025? Yep, what you're seeing is real. People are actually buying iPods again. And not just ironically. There's a genuine movement happening right now, and today we're diving into why these little music bricks are making such a huge comeback. Let's be real. Smartphones today are kind of overwhelming. Every time you unlock your phone, you're hit with a flood of notifications, ads, group chats, social media updates, and some new app trying to steal your attention. Even something as simple as listening to music turns into a 30-minute detour through Instagram or TikTok. That's where iPods come in. They're simple. You scroll, click, and boom, music. No distractions, no notifications, no doom scrolling. Just your library and your ears. There's also been a shift in how people think about music. With services like Spotify and Apple Music, you're not really building a music collection. You're just borrowing access. If a song disappears from the platform, it's just gone. Artists pull their albums all the time due to licensing issues or disagreements with streaming services. But with an iPod, you own the music. Every song on there was put there by you. It's like curating your own personal mixtape. There's something satisfying about having a library you built yourself, not one dictated by algorithms or monthly subscription access. Of course, we can't ignore the wave of Y2K nostalgia sweeping through Gen Z and millennials. Flip phones, wired earbuds, low-res digital cameras, and of course iPods are all back in fashion. These devices have become part of a retro aesthetic that's dominating TikTok and Instagram. Collectors are scooping up rare models, special editions, even those iconic U2 iPods with the red click wheel. For many people, the iPod is more than just a music player. It's a fashion statement and a piece of digital history. What's even cooler is how the iPod community has evolved. There's this thriving modding scene that's breathing new life into these old devices. People are gutting their iPods and replacing the spinning hard drives with SSDs or SD cards. They're installing bigger batteries, adding Bluetooth modules, and even swapping the 30-pin connector for USB-C. Some are going even deeper, installing custom firmware like Rockbox that gives you a brand new UI, support for lossless audio formats, and tons of customization options. It's like turning a classic car into a high-performance machine, but for music. And while we're on the subject of sound, these things still hold up. The older models, especially the iPod Classic, are known for having solid DACs and delivering great audio quality. Plug in a pair of decent wired headphones and you'll be surprised at how good it sounds, especially compared to compressed streaming audio. Plus, these devices were built to last. You can drop them, scratch them, and they'll usually keep ticking. Try doing that with your modern all-glass smartphone. Another reason people are returning to iPods is the sense of community. There are vibrant groups on Reddit, Discord, and across YouTube where people share mods, trade tips, recommend music, and post their favorite builds. It's not just about the tech, it's about the culture. Just like vinyl records made a huge comeback for their tactile, authentic feel, iPods are experiencing a similar revival. They offer a way to disconnect and reconnect at the same time, with your music, your memories, and other people who feel the same way. And this isn't just a niche thing anymore. The numbers are real. Refurbished iPod sales have been rising for the past few years. In 2024 alone, some retro tech retailers reported a 637% increase in iPod sales. YouTubers are building entire channels dedicated to restoring and modding iPods, and their videos are pulling in millions of views. It's a movement that's only growing stronger as more people discover the charm and utility of these classic devices. If you're thinking of jumping in and getting your own iPod, there are plenty of options depending on your vibe. Whether it's the mod-friendly iPod Classic, the tiny and wearable Nano, or even a more modern iPod Touch for light app use, there's something for everyone. And yes, you can still find them online, refurbished, or even brand new in some cases, though collector prices can get a bit wild for rarer models. So, why is everyone buying iPods again? Because they offer something we've kind of lost in our always connected world: focus, control, and a little bit of soul. It's not about ditching Spotify or Apple Music entirely. It's about creating space for intentional listening. about curating your sound, about taking back control over how and when you engage with music. In a world full of constant noise, sometimes what we need is a simple click-wheel scroll back to the basics. And hey, if you've got an old iPod lying around in a drawer somewhere, now might be the perfect time to dust it off. Who knows? Maybe your next favorite playlist isn't in the cloud, but hiding right there in your forgotten MP3s.